Hello everybody and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. I hope everyone's having a fantastic morning, noon, night, wherever you're all in the world. I'm back. I'm back. Ronan hasn't been back in a while either, but I'm back and I haven't been back in like almost a month. But I would have started last week again, but I did. I was just pain and suffering. That's how I'm going to describe it. Pain and suffering.
My arm exploded the other day, so I couldn't do anything.
Yeah. We were all sorts of fucking... Let me put this down a little bit. Just a second. There we go.
I donated plasma, my arm went... And, I lost a cup of blood to the machine. I was not happy.
Yeah.
Specific orders from the nurse to go home, lie down, and do nothing. But I could do that.
Yeah, he had that. I had... They poked the wrong area.
Yeah.
They were supposed to poke an area, they went a little bit too much to one side, and then they couldn't readjust, if not would have poked sideways.
So, yeah, basically, you were supposed to get, how much that day?
I would have gotten 65.
Yeah, and I would have gotten my regular...
Actually, no, I would have gotten 30 because I didn't go on Wednesday.
Right. I would have gotten 55 that day, but I got half because I started passing out and it was awful.
So that was our week.
Medical emergencies.
That was a week.
I had like 3 of them on me at once trying to stop the bleeding. I'm like, this isn't fun. I can't see anything.
Like, even though they didn't poke me, that wasn't the worst day. The worst day was the freaking night where I just had like pure fucking pain. Mm-hmm. I woke up in pain. Actually, I didn't even woke up in pain. I went to bed early. I was in pain.
I wonder if we got the same thing that Kelly and MF did, because like I was in the same situation. It was like middle of the night. I just wake up like, why?
Yeah, me was like, well, me is because of my period, so that was like a big thing.
There.
And then naproxen didn't work, which was like a what the fuck moment.
Yeah, pain meds weren't working on me.
Yeah, pain meds were not working on me.
I don't know if I got sick.
And then, because the naproxen wasn't working, at some point, like hours later, I woke up and went, I'm taking a couple of Tylenols because at least it's a different medication and it's not naproxen because it's not good to have naproxen within a certain time frame. So yeah, that was not fun.
We've been in pain.
We've been in pain, but now we're back. So December 30th, 9:41 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Oh, I'm going to have to remember all the voices.
I can't even remember where we are. Oh.
Max Galactica, we're back in court.
Dang it.
Oh. Good morning, Max.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, sweeties.
Oh, you got it.
Thank God. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it.
Tehe?
Tehe?
Oh, Gina, I was like, who's Tehe?
Teehee.
Oh, fuck, what did I give her for a voice?
Super high-pitched.
Don't worry, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. Regina!
Why, sir, why? How fabulous, my sweetie pie princess.
Early 2000s. It's also a Japanese game.
Japanese.
It's a Japanese game. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I have to think in my brain. It's like, okay, suspension of disbelief. This is a Japanese game. It's been translated. And it's the early 2000s.
You came to watch my performance today.
Sure.
Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this.
Mo said that?
So, what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess. You'll fly at the end?
It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties?
Huh?
I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't, Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on. Or even where she is.
She is the most innocent person in the Phoenix Wright universe that I remember. Even more innocent than Pearls. Like, Pearls understand more than her. Like,
Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtains. I'll see you later. Today, I'm just a member of the audience.
Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there. Oh dear.
Good luck, Max. You're the best. Regina.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
There
We go. I have to go in the Mina voice to get into the Maya voice. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick?
Mo.
I was like, what the fuck? Oh my god.
It's the top of the morning.
Yeah, I immediately just heard Jack's voice. Top of the morning to ya.
Got Mo again. That's good.
Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Mo. Why are you putting on an accent? Top of the morning to you, governor. Top of the morning. That's the ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning.
Sure.
The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. It me.
Yeah. I can't say no because it's true.
Random insects facts, don't you know? That's your ass.
That is my ass. What the fuck was that?
Here, Max. I brought you a present. Have some milk.
Is everyone getting a milk? What's happening?
Oh my.
Yep.
Thanks. So how are you today, Wright? Well, I've got a feeling that today I'm gonna face off against the real culprit. You mean Acro?
Huh? You think he did it?
Be careful.
Who did Acro? Was it me or you?
You.
Okay.
He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare.
Oh god, I gotta do Francisca.
Yep.
Shit.
If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. Just means that I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses.
What are you gonna... What are you gonna do then, Nick?
I guess that I will just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today, we'll rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and to the truth.
To the truth.
To the truth.
You're right, but it's gonna be tough.
I love that face! Anyway, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father.
You want us to make sure Regina watches?
Yes. Fucking face! That's why I brought her here to court today.
You know he's fucking serious when...
When the hat agrees.
Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. Wow. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars.
Fair enough. Alright. Sweet bejeebus. I was gonna turn up the light because I saw how like dark it was when it goes like more black screen, but I'm like, no, when the fucking game starts, it's
Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica.
oh my god.
You can do it.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. It's gonna take a little bit.
That's okay. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
That's a whole like different way of machination for my goddamn mouth.
You're also French, and R's are already different for you.
Yup. They're not R's, so they R. Asti.
Very well. Miss Von Karma, you may proceed with your case. I feel like I need to burp already. Fuck you. Fuck you, Judge!
The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events.
What's the meaning of this?
We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. I'm getting back.
You're getting it. Order! I had a feeling something like this would come up.
Due to this revision, we are prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Poor Gumshoe.
Yeah.
You know it's Gumshoe.
Poor Gumshoe.
You know it's Gumshoe. Oh, poor guy.
Very well. Please call your witness to the stand.
Oh, boy.
Time to get to work. Or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Tightrope. Orb.
Name and occupation. The fuck did I give him as a voice? I think it's just my voice, but like way deeper.
It was slightly deeper, a bit airy, that was about it.
Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Very Big Circus. Fuck, I forgot that was the name.
I keep wanting to
I was like, oh, where were you the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. Of course, I have like one nose plug, so that makes it even like nasalier. If you look at the map, you will see the witness room is near the crime scene. My room's on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window. The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. What I witnessed? I was just after 10 p.m. I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard the large thump noise from outside the window. When a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. But that's who it looked. Yeah, okay, I said it right. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. Okay.
This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown. Yes, Mo has already been on the stand, I forgot.
Yes, that was previous. If that is the case, then there is very little the prosecution need add. All that is left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night.
Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness.
A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of sad fools. Jesus! Oh, I remember how much she says fools are different variations of. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And just like your old friend, Mr. Matt Edgeworth did.
Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony?
Of course!
In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings?
It's not a question.
Oh, in the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There is no way that actually happened.
RIP!
Very well. You may proceed with your cross-examination.
Alright.
I love how simply the birds are drawn.
Yeah.
Just bark.
At least they're way cleaner.
Oh yeah, they're super adorable. I just love their
it's I remember the old DS version.
Oh right.
So it was way more jagged looking because of the pixels. This is way smooth.
Just looks like a kid just went.
Yep.
You said that you were resting in bed. One would thus assume that you turned the lights off in your room, correct?
That's correct. But there's a safety light around the outside of the lodging house. It's so bright, sometimes it makes it hard to sleep.
If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains? Me.
I never really thought of that. I guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains.
Are you fucking serious?
Jesus Christ.
Sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers. You didn't think to fucking... Bro!
Ow!
Ow! I'm mad at his...
The fitness to proceed with this testimony.
Fuck.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Around that time I heard a large thump sound. Okay. Press. Jesus.
Your room is on the 3rd floor, right?
Yes.
And you said that you were resting in bed.
That is correct.
But you were still able to hear a sound from outside?
I was indeed.
Pressing acro doesn't seem to get results. But maybe something was contradictory in what he said just now.
Like, let me check my shit. It's been a while. That wouldn't matter.
Where did we find the pepper again? In the... Yeah, in the wooden box.
It's in the wooden box. Just gonna check the other ones.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm folks, I got a mustache hair stuck in my mouth. I'm like...
What is happening?
Got distracted.
That's okay.
What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. Until I can find a clear contradiction, I should tread lightly.
Here. A few moments later, I saw someone flying right outside the window.
Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin, or perhaps a large action figure. I mean...
Sure.
Isn't that what a mannequin technically is, I guess?
Yeah. Well, setting aside the possibility of a mannequin, an action figure is possible. You have no need to mince words with Mr. Phoenix Wright. Testify to the truth and only the truth. Just as we were there with you that night. I believe it was a human.
Damn, I just strengthened his testimony. I wonder if Acro's statement jives with the facts.
We're gonna have to... Just gonna go through everything before fucking trying to figure it out. Max Galacta, I saw him from... Okay, let's press that.
That doesn't make sense. The light in your room was turned off then, right?
That's true. I was going to bed after all.
So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window?
The safety light lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was a person's back, but I couldn't see the white roses on front.
Did you see any of the other symbols?
I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I was convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica.
Again, it's all I have to say is The more I press him, the less...
No, that's my fault.
But maybe there's something off...
The hat was found... Oh my god, it's been so long.
I'm looking down. Sorry, I keep checking your phone now and then, just like, what? What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Basically, every time a scene ends...
Yeah.
Plus, we've already said these ones, it does the same thing whenever we
Yeah,
don't get
fair
it.
enough.
But whenever a scene ends, and then you look down at your phone, I do the same, so I just forget.
I'm using it to look at chat.
Oh, gotcha.
To be honest, I thought what I saw was... Okay.
When did you start thinking what you saw wasn't a dream? What?
That is not important.
Yes, it is.
Fuck you.
I believe that the prosecution has done a bit of maintenance on the witness's memory. Just to make sure, let's ask the witness. Ask the person who may have had their memory... Charge.
Objection.
What is wrong with you, sir? Fuck your whip. Fuck all of this. Sustained. Don't sustain that.
Acro must... Wow.
Acro must be lying about what he saw, right?
Jesus Christ.
That was your version of my... What was it? Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors.
Acro must be lying about what he saw, right?
Of course he is. Now the challenge will be to expose his lies in court.
Well, put the pedal to metal, Nick.
Okay. Sweet bejeebers. Alright, when did this all happen? It's gonna be a lot of, like, looking at shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 makes sense.
Blunt force trauma to the back of the head.
On that time I heard a large thump, which would correspond to a thump of a...
They said large action figure. Maybe it's the bust. I don't know.
Yeah. A few months later I saw something flying right by my window. Okay. Numerous rays. Okay. Shiny objects, snail.
20-pound box. Small but strong lock. Yeah, go back to that picture, actually. The bust is pretty much the same size as him.
Oh yeah. Like, it's a life-size bust. There's also, like, a better version of the bust. It's trying to figure out...
But then again, they specifically mentioned the weight of the box as well.
10 p.m. Mm-hmm. Placed by Acro and Regina. Why would he be in bed if he was waiting for Regina?
What was that note? I was thinking about multiple things.
Placed by Acro in Regina's pocket in the morning of the crime.
Yo, what was that again?
Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. To the murderer. You haven't forgotten what happened 6 months ago. So we're gonna see if that's it.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. Music.
I am not that lucky.
Oh well. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence.
It's gonna be a lot of the same things. Just because it's been way too long, I'm not gonna bother trying to figure it out.
I can hardly remember any of this. I didn't even remember it was Maximilian Galactica that we were still on.
Yeah, I know. Probably what's funny is I remember this being one of the hardest cases for me to play back when I first played this game on the DS. So, oh boy, son. We're here. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think it's gonna be a press then.
Yeah, the light in your room was turned off then, right?
We read this already, so I'm just gonna fast forward until it prompts.
There's a huge contradiction in the testimony that was just given.
If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence.
She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction?
The hat. Hat was found at the scene of the crime.
Oh, where are you? Where have you gone?
Freeze!
Thought it was under the pillow.
Is it in your pocket?
Quiet, you.
It's like, shut up!
Easy.
Shut up with your face.
Up your face.
You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that?
What do you mean?
The silk hat.
What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head when he flew by my window.
Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night.
Saying that to a crippled person? Oh, boys. That would have been quite difficult considering the state I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was a tough enough challenge for me.
That's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene.
That's the ringmaster's hat, right? You.
Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright?
What do you think, Judge?
I don't know anything. I have to ask.
Right.
Are you saying that Max has 2 silk hats? No.
No.
This is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand.
You've been fibbing on the stand!
I love the use of the word fibbing here. Order! Order!
As always, it looks like someone has just had to open their mouth before thinking.
Are you okay, Nick?
Well, I opened my big mouth, and now I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today? Blah.
He is the real culprit! Because it's the only one that makes sense. Considering the whole to the murderer letter that he gave to Regina.
Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself.
On this occasion.
Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of?
What do you think?
Obviously, we're accusing him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Mr. Wright, are you serious? What happened to my voice? Mr. Wright, are you serious?
Are you serious there, Bide?
Deadly serious, Your Honor.
I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's heart and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by the theatrics.
I will tell
Theatrics!
Theatrics! I will tell you what sways me and what doesn't.
Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book.
Really? Stop telling me what to do in my court!
If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to almost be scary.
Some people do well under stress.
This is rather strange. What was that?
Borb.
What?
Borb.
Verb. Poke. Poke poke.
You stay rather calm and collected.
Poke poke.
I keep forgetting that's his name. Mr. Dilling, do you have any response to the defense's accusations?
I don't really need to say a thing, do I?
What do you mean?
Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up on myself, let alone leave the lodging house.
That's true.
Understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things. See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear of the accusation of the wow. See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear that the accusation is ludicrous. It's like, it's so much saliva in my mouth. I keep needing to drink water because I keep, like, accumulating shit ton of saliva to imitate her German accent as much as I can. She's right. Way to pick on a disabled, you heartless, cruel man.
Phoenix
is a poopy head!
Phoenix is a poopy head!
See that, Mr. Phoenix writes. If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that is how you do it. I think that yes.
Are you okay, Papa?
Disaster pupper.
Oh, something fell on him and he does not want to move. He is confused. He thinks if he moves, he will move things again, and he does not want to do that.
What dropped on his bag?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I think clothing fell on him and he's like, if I move...
it's gonna get worse! I think that is enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can tell the defense now. Acro has an accomplice.
What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice?
Of course he didn't. Now then, this must be when we get hear the name of the mysterious accomplice.
Accomplice?
Accomplice.
Not this time, Von Karma.
But what?
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 You're not gonna sucker me into this one. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright?
There is no accomplice!
There was no accomplice.
Baba!
Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. Order! Order! What are you getting at?
Way to keep them on their toes, Nick.
Now I'm gonna have to prove how it all fits together. Yeah. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry.
Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that?
I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed.
Alright, then let's do it.
Mr. Phoenix writes, if this witness is the killer, then this eyewitness account is all lies, right?
Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling?
In his room. That has not changed.
I keep forgetting that it's a play on the Ringling Brothers.
Yeah.
He was obviously here the entire time. I said obviously.
Obviously.
Obviously here the entire time.
It's a judge.
That's Acro's room. Why are you Canadian all of a sudden? Pretty simply.
I have water in my mouth!
Acro wasn't able to... I can't keep going with that.
No.
Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can only be one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster.
What? Are you nuts? Close enough.
What say you, Mr. I love how serious it is. And what say
Mr.
you,
Dingling?
What say you, Mr. Dingling?
Oh. Jesus.
So it's like if someone just went, what say you, Mr. Hoopty Poopty? It's like, fucking, what?
Phoenix is a poopy head. I forgot that was a fucking line.
What?
Phoenix is a poopy head?
Oh.
Fuck. It's an interesting theory.
That's it?
Considering what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it.
Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. Oh, you make me need to burp. Fuck you, Judge. Yeah. You've got a point.
It seems you have forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defense was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime.
That's true. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he?
But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly.
Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright?
What is it?
I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume.
How did he do it? That's the next course of this legal buffet.
Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here.
She's right. I can't mess up here. I've got to give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster. And he...
Buffo, what's she doing?
Pick him up.
Hello. Good boy.
He's like, I'm so confused.
And he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it. Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright. I'm going to present some evidence. So what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of murder against Russell Barry?
Geronimo! The bust.
What's that? A picture? It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture. The bust? It's quite a large bust. And because it's life-size, it's also very, very heavy.
Heavy?
Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window.
Oh, the birdie's senses anger.
The birds are like, nah.
Nah, Bride's getting angry.
See? This is how Acro was able to kill the ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust.
My brain went there.
Max just comes out with huge knockers. Order! Order!
Oh god.
Huge Bonahonkaros! So you're saying the bust fell on onto the ringmaster? A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. Well, no, but possible.
Well, considering how, like, he's primarily, like, top heavy strength base.
Oh, yeah, I'm just saying it's still difficult because people don't realize how much of their balance comes from their ass, basically.
He's also an acrobat, so yeah.
It doesn't matter if you can't feel it. He's paralyzed. He cannot feel that portion of his body. So if he can't, then, yeah, mobility.
You never know.
I wasn't saying he didn't do it. I was saying it would be difficult.
Oh yeah. How can you... That's not her voice. How can you possibly wield a wheelchair if it's something as so heavy? It's impossible.
No, it's just difficult. Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust.
And considering he's paralyzed from the waist down, he probably has even more strength because
Oh, yeah.
that's all he can use to maneuver.
Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Stop scaring your birds, they're cute.
Well,
Hacker's at a loss for words.
He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro. You can't...
Jow! I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What?
Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is immaterial to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself.
Testimony, you say? On Karma. She's just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time. There's absolutely no need for such testimony.
The defense has its version of the matter, and the prosecution has the right to respond.
The defense's objection is overruled. Why can't he see things my way for once in a while? Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony.
The witness will have no problem. However, let's all be respectful towards him. Thank you.
That woman will sink to brain. There are words said. There are words to read. That
The words
woman-
to read and they're right in front of me.
I saw silk instead of sink. So I was like, this woman in silk, what? The woman will sink to any low to win a case. Haba.
Haba.
Sometimes it's tenses don't work.
Tenses?
It's detective all over again.
It's a detective all over again. Yes, it is. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bus. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bus and looking at the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would have been unrealistic for me to drop the bus on him, don't you think? Except I'll present the evidence and then you'll know.
Yeah, I'm like, let the game tell me. I have no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony.
It was impossible for him to lift the bus and stick himself out far enough to look.
Fruit fly! Get away from the screen! Haha!
Did I catch you? I don't know if I
You
got
did, but now it's back out.
Motherfuckers!
You did catch it!
I caught it, but I didn't get him in like a good spot to squeeze.
Squeeze!
Not to mention that he would have not known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to an even more serious injuries. More severe injuries. Not serious, severe.
That's what I was thinking. What's your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination.
He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really.
Coming from you?
Right?
I can't let her get to me. I've got to focus.
Acro's physical state.
I know exactly where we're gonna have to go. That one. And present. For you see, there was a box in one specific location, which would very clearly show where the fucking guy was, because he would have hunched over at some point. Actually, I could probably just show this.
What?
The ringmaster.
It's gonna tell me now.
Yeah.
So, much like literally the first 3 cases, you've told me what's happened 5 seconds before the game has told me.
Okay.
Please stop.
Fine then, I'll say nothing except for reading.
Acro. You didn't really need to lean out the window, did you?
What are you driving at, Mr. Wright?
You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add.
Silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling. How you
You got it.
How about you show us some evidence?
But I did such a good job. I did such a good job hinting. Yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim
That is a judge.
The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over? The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here?
Who? Fucking lips. It's funny because, like, I don't remember that ever being there.
Yeah, you
but
said-
it's probably because it was so goddamn pixelated.
Yeah, last time you didn't notice them, and eventually you were like, wait,
You're
where
right.
at?
The fuck lips.
When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box.
Like, I never noticed this when I first played the game. When I'm like, what the fuck are those? This is new.
I am the murderer. I am a Culprit.
Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment that the bust came falling down was the exact same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear.
You mean?
If the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim.
No.
Order! This is unbelievable. I don't know why he had no energy at first. I think it's just because I'm so bored with order. And then it's like, something else to say.
Order! Haha!
Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here. Forward. So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene? It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down.
Ow! Allow me to whip some sense into you. Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Ow!
The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box.
That's why the box was so specially made.
Specially made.
Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature.
It's fucking heavy as shit. It's a fucking 20-pound box.
The box has a remarkable
weight.
remarkable weight.
Wait.
According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. It has 20 pounds. Okay.
Even though the only thing in it was a salt shaker. Oh shit. That's my bad.
It's all good. Oh, I see. One would have to squat down, then lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box was also very large. The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That's correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place.
Yeah. Must be large. Fool.
Says something logical.
Fool.
Does he even bother to listen to me anymore?
Probably not. I've heard what you had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills.
You Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza?
Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing.
What?
Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? I remember.
Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria. Then what happened to it?
I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself.
You have a monkey that likes shiny things!
Yeah?
That means...
You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room?
Money!
Money the monkey. You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that.
Monkey!
Monkey! Plus the fucking bus has like placards.
Yeah.
Like super shiny. Fuck. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice.
Ah!
He didn't have an accomplice. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria.
Yep, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happened once and for all. Alright, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room?
Monkey!
Money the monkey. Boop.
A monkey? Everyone knows Money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist's ring.
You got it. So, are you saying that the witness had a monkey steal the bus?
Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on its own and then brought it back home. That wouldn't even be strange if he had trained it to. They're smart.
Yep.
Home? Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room?
But the bus was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Sure.
Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record.
Oh. Phoenix, that's gonna get you whipped.
So be it, she deserves it. My, those are some very, very nice cards he's holding. Yes, and they're made of platinum, which is very shiny. Acro. Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easier for him to bring the bust back to your room.
If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate.
Order! Order! I said order! Miss Von Karma! Where is the bust in question at this moment?
I don't know.
She's like, oh fuck.
I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak.
This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon.
Wait. And you mean this bus was the murder weapon purely by accident?
It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer.
Moron!
I love that! Something logical. No! Stupid! Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Ow!
Don't seem so
Flamboozled.
flamboozled. That's a fucking word I'm gonna have to say with a German accent.
Flamboozled.
Don't seem so flamboozled, especially from this fraud of an attorney. Jesus Christ, what a word.
Your father was far worse than I ever will be. Fraud?
You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
And what is that?
You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime.
Ah!
There is no reason to doubt the client's testimony.
That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright?
Nick, don't let her beat you now.
I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around.
When the murder occurred, there were 2 people at the scene of the crime. I'm gonna... When karma will do that to me, Jesus Christ. When the murder occurred, there were 2 people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw?
Trust. Ow!
I asked who was the person that Mo saw on the scene. The evidence has nothing to do with the question. That has everything to do with the question.
Oh, crap.
Oh god! That first of all, I have an issue now.
Yep. There's no...
Frau? No. Frau? The little, like...
The
little thing is supposed to go the other way. First and foremost. Say Frau, pas frère.
Frau.
That's literally what it would be.
I know.
Because it's an E instead of an E. So it's frère. Which should be like the most Acadian, rednecky way to fucking say it.
Culprit, mon frère.
Oh, mon frère. Tabarnak. Frère. C'est un frère.
It does indeed
That
have...
is the expression.
It does indeed have something to do with the question.
Frère. Au contraire, mon frère.
Mon frère. Instead of frère, c'est frère.
Frère est gros.
Tu veux dire frère. Instead of frère. Fuck.
Oh, sad that he saw Max's silhouette. Oh, my brains. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Very akadishiak.
Yeah, that is like... Fuck, that's even more like... That's like redneck Akadishiak. Like, what the fuck was that? Oh my god.
But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw.
Fuck's that chance points up, eh?
How is that possible? It's simple, really.
I'm on a roll today. That's essentially the fucking music there. I'm on a roll.
Yeah, I know. We've been playing this for a while, you've told me.
It's been a while, I forgot probably.
What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust.
What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak.
Oh my goodness. Yards! There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang one of those, one off of the cards in the bust's hands. I was like, come on, Wright, you can do it!
Idiot! Who in the right mind would put a cloak on a bust?
Someone trying to commit a murder! It doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of the utmost importance in this case, don't you agree?
Blah.
He caught me. This is dumb. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust?
Fucking...
The ringmaster took it, didn't he?
Yeah. So guess who Fuck! That's the wrong goddamn button! I thought that was the Phoenix Wright. Oh, yeah. Shut up.
Show evidence. My badge.
My bad, bitch.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Ow! Okay. R. Because E and R are right next to each other. Like, Jesus Christ. There we go. Fuck. Fool! Him? That was. Wee!
They're saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry. That's what I'm saying.
I mean the victim himself, placed a cloak on the bust.
That's what I'm saying. Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright?
Explain yourself.
Nick, do you really have a handle on all this?
I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyway. Anyways, fair enough. Alright. So you want to know what really happened that night? It's a question! So you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached that rope to the bust. And he dangled the bust out of his bedroom window, directly above the wooden box.
You know what this song reminds me of? Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh, man.
Like, hardcore. Like, the tone just...
I was more into Zoo Tycoon, but yeah.
Yeah, I had, like, the cereal box.
Yeah.
The CDs back in the day in the 90s, and they used to fucking give it out. Fuck yeah. That and Clue. Fuck, Clue was so much fun.
At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room, and he went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than the ventriloquist and his puppet Ben and Trillo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift up the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. At that very instant that the bust hit the victim.
The fucking, like, dead-eyed look.
Right?
Trying to bend over. He also looks like a shorter, portly version of Alex Armstrong.
He does.
You wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this isn't true. It can't be.
You are like your dad. I don't like this, so it's untrue.
She's just less evil.
It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. The circus isn't over yet.
What?
Whee! The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. That impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Moe Curls, the clown. When Moe looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon.
Yeah?
So I just lost it near the end there.
Jeez.
Of course, he had no idea that Moe saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because in his wheelchair he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up.
Up and away, bitches! I gotta fucking get a haircut this week. Hair's getting there.
And that's how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it could only have been you. Burb.
Bye, Burb.
Acro's been playing mind games with all of us.
He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now.
So
what? I accuse him of being the murderer and you go, so? What now?
you've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove your fairy tale is true?
Evidence? Yes, Judge. What we use in court.
In this court, the only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip.
Don't forget the power of my gavel as well.
My axe.
I will boot you.
My sword. My bow and my axe.
Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence?
Nick, they say they want evidence.
I just heard them, I know. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method. But there's still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account.
Unusual?
A contradiction, actually.
Okay then. Use that and get out of this jam.
That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case.
The hat itself.
The problem is Max's three symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses. Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were two contradictions in Mo's testimony.
The silk hat. Wow, I keep saying the silk hat incorrectly. The silk hat was one. The white rose were the other.
But the theory I just presented explains all of those contradictions.
You fool. Did you ever shut up?
He's making logic. Fuck!
Shut up. Shut up at the fuss.
Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday? He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust's. Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of.
Fine, you've got one. What about the other contradiction?
The other contradiction?
Remember what took
It's done that to me twice.
The ventriloquist! Remember what that ventriloquist said in court. He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there were no white roses. I'd like you to try and explain that one away.
I mean, we saw it in the animation, so...
Can you do it, Nick?
Of course. I can explain all of it.
What was that?
Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses?
probably sandwiched.
Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust.
Sure, that works too.
Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the backside of the bust.
Sure, that works too.
Order! Order! This is quite the shocking state of affairs.
Yeah?
Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me.
Absurd.
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 However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. Thank you.
Let's do it, Nick. Then maybe Von Carl will finally throw in the towel.
No.
She's like, nope.
He's chill. Ha.
Well, so much for that theory.
Mr. Wright, do you mind?
What is it?
You took the time to research our circus, didn't you?
Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't?
If you did, then maybe you'd understand why I think you're off track.
Why is that?
Motive. This witness feels an incredible depth of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Your Honor, I would like you to hear Akro's story. Learn his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now.
What do we do? There's no doubt that Akro deeply respected the ringmaster.
Akro's motive. It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess.
Dingling.
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 This court will now take a 10-minute recess.
To be continued, but it's still early, so we're gonna continue. I think we're gonna finish it tonight.
Yeah. I've had quite a few months to kind of piece things together in my mind too, so I want to see if it turns out the way I think it will.
Fair enough. All I remember is back when I first played it, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Even like back then, it took like forever for me to figure out everything. Fucking pain in the ears. I don't know why this one was the one that like was the biggest pain in the ears. Oh my god, alright.
I can't believe it. Akro? It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is. And to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, ain't that... Am I that hated?
His fucking eyelash. I just realized the eyelash just fucking like got off his eyes. Ahem.
Akro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose.
He did? What is happening?
I think I know who this is, but I'm gonna do it for
Okay.
because yeah. Psst, psst.
But I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know?
But you're not, which is kind of the reason why.
Hey, pal! Wait, fuck! Should I just stick with this or should I don't know anymore?
Stick with that one.
Alright, because we don't have any big booming voices, and if it gets bad, I'll just go to Angel. Actually, you know, I'm going to Angel now, so why not?
Fair enough. It's fine. Go. You go for it. Gumshoe has gone through many variations.
He
of
has. I
voices
watched
at
the
this
very
point.
first episode, and he was just random booming voice. He didn't have any, like, New York accent going on.
Oh my god.
You're gonna ignore me after I went to all this trouble to... I don't care, it's just happening. To bring you some evidence?
Ah, Detective Gumshoe.
I will forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. No, detective. I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? I can't! Have you seen my new boss? She's a bitch!
Got some really tasty milk.
What does milk have to do with this?
Max.
How about a card trick, detective? Brain. Well, if you insist. Like, there are words.
Yeah, there are words.
Brain, read the words.
Now, how about that evidence mention? What is it?
Here you go.
Huh? This is a Acro. This was yesterday in Acro's room.
Yep. And I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later. Why not now?
Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this?
Fuck that bitch. That's why this is all a secret. Don't tell her I don't want to die. Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. Bullshit! But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan.
I don't know. Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now.
You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me. I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here.
Yeah, go take a nap, Gumshoe.
What did he mean by that? The very end part.
I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing.
Ah! Don't scare me like that!
Please don't slap me again. It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. Alright. What? For me? It's milk.
What is with the milk?
I don't know. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. An entire dairy cow's worth of milk from me?
Dairy cow, dairy's worth.
Dairy cow's worth of milk.
You said cow again. There's no cow.
I keep seeing cow.
Where?
My brain is filling in blanks where they're not. A tired dairy cow.
Dairy cow. Fucking hell, man.
Drink an entire cow's worth of milk, because that makes sense.
Yep.
It was like that. I think Gumshoe was on the stand, and I kept saying the victim was shot. Mm-hmm. And we were like, no, that's not there. And so I just started slowly reading it, but I still said shot when it said stabbed.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off.
I'd like to continue with Akro's testimony, starting with his relation to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Akro would have committed this. Proof of what kind of motive Akro would have to commit this crime.
Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling.
I'm...
Please. Please.
good. Yes, Your Honor.
Please proceed with your testimony.
I have, like, something right there and it doesn't want to come out.
Finally, we get the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay?
Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. I'm not okay.
Not okay.
Oh, please.
Freaking banjo. About the ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the very big circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life.
You're such a thoughtful young man.
As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder what anyone would think that Acro would kill the man that he held in such esteem.
You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there?
Excuse me?
Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. There's no need to cross-examine this witness.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that? Where is his voice? Hey, what's that? Why was the ringmaster murdered? There's no need to delve into that bit of testimony when I know the answer already. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. It's your courtroom, so yeah. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead? I don't know.
Nick?
Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ow!
Your foolish attempt to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was, this is the real killer of Russell Berry, the ringmaster.
If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro, you didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night.
What did you say?
I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with.
What?
Order! Order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face twice if you must.
I forgot this. What the fuck?
Excuse you, Judge.
Alright.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
No wonder you're okay with the whipping here.
Yeah.
Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in my court? Why are you only assertive towards me, you fuck? Where was this with Chief Gant?
Yo. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Yes.
Yes.
Here. Regina Berry.
This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
That face, though. You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question.
You can't accuse anyone of being mean-spirited.
Actually, it would be a leading question, though, so...
Yeah, I know. When she says mean-spirited, I'm like, mirror. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong. That's it.
That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Enough. Mr. Wright, allow me to... Ow!
The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself.
Huh?
And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
You're in my courtroom!
Show me evidence. Now. I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry.
Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Stop hitting me in my cart! Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl. Acro, you remember this, don't you?
Excuse me. That's... I'm tasting the seaweed.
It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat! Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, "To the Murderer." Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster.
You mean it wasn't for the...
That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. More orders!
All the order!
Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours.
I almost need like a button that just says order, or
Right?
like just like you saying order, and you just like click it.
Like the "that was easy" button.
Yeah.
It's the truth, Your
Or
Honor.
the nut button. Nut.
Kelly sends me that all the time.
What?
He'll ask me to draw fan art or something, and it'll send him out like how it's going, and he's just like
Nut. Nut.
It's the little chibi anime girl just slamming her hands down on it.
Nut. Maybe
It isn't a theory.
Maybe it'd just be like Ray Narvaez, because he that was a thing he always did on his streams. He would hit the nut button when when he was like too horny. He's like, nut.
Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board.
That was when her father, I mean the ringmaster, saw the note.
That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. Why does the ringmaster have those lips then?
Right? Subterfuge. Looks like Max. But not really. The illusion. It's the fucking mustache! I don't know.
I genuinely, because when we were in his room, because there was a fake mustache similar to his on the wall, I was like, does he have a fake one he puts on, and that's like, is that what his lips look like without it? I thought he had like pouty lips for like when I was going through it in my mind a few months ago, and then I was like,
Yep.
I don't know. And he was killed because of that mistake instead of Regina. That's incredible. Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today. Blah, blah.
Lifting the bus and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself.
Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. You've got it, Judge! And that's when he let the bus fly.
Hello, Popper.
Come on.
Hi, my boy. Come on now.
Wanna come say hi? Wanna come say hi? Hi, bud.
You're a good boy.
Hi, buddy. Hello.
Mwah. Can I join stream?
Hi.
No boofs at the bar.
No moves to the mic. Probably good, because that would be like, fuck.
Well, it's happened before, so...
I know. And he's like, I'm gonna chill.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
Yeah.
He's such a good boy. Two-Face.
You just smile.
Jake, what?
Hey, Nick. Isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is, unfortunately. It's only going to get harsher from here.
Yep, cheers.
I hope Regina can handle it.
Acro wrote this note to Regina.
Foolishly foolish fools with foolishly foolish fool ideas. I messed up. I'm not gonna try. You done? Okay.
Oh, it was just leading on.
You foolish, you're so foolish. You've made me sound like a foolhardy fool. God damn it! Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place.
Yes? What about that line?
Well, if the note was meant for Regina Berry, then it would mean that. This note is declaring that the Regina Berry is a murderer. Yeah.
You just don't get it, do you?
What? What did you just say?
The ringmaster knew what that note meant, which is why he went to the plaza. In place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? The incident 6 months ago.
I have no idea. No, I know all about it.
An incident occurred 6 months ago. And now I'm more than ready to show this court what happened at that time.
Moron.
Showing evidence.
Showing evidence. Moron.
I almost went with her accent with him. Wait, are you sure that...
That sounds like Count Dracula. That sounds like Hotel, like Adam Sandler doing like Vlad Dracula in Hotel Transylvania.
Are you sure that it relates to the present case? Yes.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. It does indeed, Your Honor.
You have to do that for some random character. We're gonna have to figure out which one would match.
Okie dokie.
Because I feel like that would be very funny for a character.
Everything in this case has its start in... Wah! My brain!
Wow!
Everything in this case has its start
Wow.
in what happened 6 months ago. Oh, I could not process that.
Really, Nick?
Yeah. I think so.
Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is the conclusive evidence mentioned in the note?
We has the paper.
I know, I'd certainly like to know what that is. What that is.
If I can't answer that question, the judge is gonna think I'm bluffing. Peeper! We got the pepper!
The paper. The conclusive evidence about the fucking pepper.
Seasoning bottle. Seasoning bottle. It's a seasoning bottle.
It make tiger go sniz. Or lion.
It was a lime.
Yes, exactly! Achoo!
Achoo! Achoo!
I don't want to spit on you, so I'm gonna stop.
What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Spicy joke.
Spicy joke!
For fuck's sake. Oh, boys.
It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you ask for.
Oh, fuck.
What do you mean? I'm so glad that the hunches I was coming up with actually are happening. Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. Load! Or charge, I should say.
Yeah.
He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper?
Kind of?
In a sense.
Kind of?
Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw.
foolish fools who never tires of his foolish ways.
It's fine.
Help me, Lord. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry intended victim? Beep.
Who is this? That is Acro's younger brother.
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead.
Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him?
Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother's Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state.
A lion?
Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her.
You don't know her that well.
It's true.
I'm saying that I'm going IRL being like, this is all bullshit.
Yeah.
So then what happened to Acro's brother?
He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident.
I see.
Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think that something happened to Bat was actually an accident?
Yee.
It was.
He sniz.
Oh, it was more than that.
The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. What?
You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There is no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being.
She may not have enticed the lion to attack another human being. But Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother Bat.
Small quantity of pepper.
That's just a scarf. Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct?
That's right.
And who's the one that gave this scarf to Bat? I almost said barf.
Regina gave it to him.
Regina. There's something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper. Pepper.
Pepper. Pepper. Pepper.
Regina gave this scarf to Bat right before the accident. And she covered it in with as much pepper as she could.
Fucking bird!
Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a... I thought I misread that.
Nope, you did not.
Of fingering a criminal. But out of curiosity...
Yeah?
Gutter.
What was her crime? Miss Berry, yes, this is the judge. Hello! Dad, why are you talking like that? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge doesn't get it.
Mr. Phoenix Wright. Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling?
I'm not sure why you're helping me, but... Smiling? The lion was smiling?
Right before
Yeah.
right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed, and it looked like he was smiling.
Lions smile?
No, they don't.
That's the whole point. They do not smile.
I've never heard of them smiling, however.
They sneeze. Exactly. They sneeze.
This name's like fucking pumpkin.
Sneeze.
Sniz.
Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all.
First time we saw that picture.
Fuck, man.
In reality, he snizzed.
In reality, he sniz. Oh, that's so right on the screen. Jesus Christ.
He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. What?
You fool. I think her defense mechanism is just insulting the defense. Like, you know how Azure goes, "Ugh!"
I'm pretty sure that's most people's defense.
You fool.
No, insulting people who when someone basically proves them wrong or is starting to, and they're like, stupid.
Such a...
You've got to be kidding me. What's the matter, Miss Von Karma?
I object. For objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it?
Believe it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I've been watching anime lately.
Yeah? You watch Naruto?
No, actually, which is weird.
What are you watching?
Inuyasha, but for some reason I was getting memories of old anime.
Okay, to be fair, around that time, Inuyasha, Naruto, Bleach, like all those animes came out around that time of night on
Death Note.
Friday night, anime night.
Death Note, Dragon Ball Z.
Witch Hunter Robin,
Yee.
Dot Hack Sign,
One Piece.
One Piece.
Yeah, they were all around the same time.
Well, One Piece didn't show up on YTV. It showed up on 4Kids.
Teletoon?
4Kids.
4Kids.
So that was Pox. Or WB.
Channel 35 was
I-
Family Channel.
I can't tell you which, like, basic cable.
Channel 40 was Teletoon. 19 was YTV.
Yeah, I know why 19 was YTV. That's the only one I remember.
I specifically, those were the 3 channels I looked for.
See, I had satellite.
Oh, okay.
So mine was in, like, the triple digits. So,
Yeah, we had that eventually,
yeah, like that.
but
that
I just cared about those 3.
Yeah, no, me was it was WB or Warner Brothers Kids, Fox Kids / 4Kids
Yeah.
on Saturdays, and then YTV at night on Fridays for anime. Cause and some in the day actually, cause like Gundam Wing came out during the
Yes.
daytime more, and Escaflowne did as well, and so did Digimon.
Digimon was a lot more like kid friendly. Wow, we got off on a tangent all because I said believe it.
Yep. Okay. You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened. This also shows our age. Because there's no anime on TV anymore. Unless you, like, stream, and that's it.
or yeah, like things like
Like, streaming, like,
what is it called? Brain.
well, Netflix has some anime,
Yes.
Amazon Prime has some anime, Crunchyroll definitely has
I mean,
anime,
that's
because
what
that
it
is
does.
all net anime.
Nanime. Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina.
You foolish idiot. It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves.
Are you telling me that what I said is true?
Acro? You don't mean. You can't mean. Witness.
Are you confirming the defense's claim?
Mr. Wright, Unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder.
What do you mean by that?
The pepper, the scarf, the line. I see where you're going. It's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention that the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory.
What would that problem be?
The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's bus on top of the ringmaster, where's the evidence that proves that claim?
Fucking bird. You mean the conclusive evidence?
The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise.
The murder weapon. The bus that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes.
Yes, it would be.
The bust.
Nick, you've gotta do something!
This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. It might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but...
Why aren't you going to search his room?
It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now that you know the true meaning of Von Kama total justice.
I guess. I figured with you that that's the least I should expect. You'd leave no stone unturned.
A Von Kama never leaves anything to chance. We've already searched Acro's room yesterday.
What did you find?
There is no reason to even say it.
Bitch! I said, what did you find?
If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But put a point on it, Max's bus was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright, the bus wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise, and we took Acro's directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story.
Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this.
It looks like you like the final nail to put in my coffin.
But what about the scarf? What about the note?
What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now.
Do something, Nick! Don't let this case slip away! The bust, where is it now?
Where's the bust right now?
You're Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is. I'm sure you do.
There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is?
Excuse.
Seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short.
Thank you for your support. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright.
I think that brings an end to the cross-examination of this witness.
I was like, who hold it? Who hold it? Who hold it? Oh.
Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time prepared to present its
lace? Lace?
Yeah.
Lace.
I mean, case.
Okay, she did say it wrong. I was like, what the fuck?
Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. I just bit my tongue.
Huh? What? What do you mean? Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she?
Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? Apparently we do. What? You're asking me?
The rest up to you, Nick. Good luck.
Hey, wait, you can't be serious.
Acrobats always seem always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose.
Very well. The defense may proceed.
He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon.
Walking the tightrope of logic. There's no room for false step. Sink or swim. The only way through is forward.
The murder weapon. Wow. No. The murder weapon. Where is Max's bus now?
Oh, it's here. It's here.
There?
It's here.
It's obvious. The bust is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once and for all.
The judge's bench! The prosecutor! No, it's a witness.
Acro. I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright.
Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there.
Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright.
I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it in the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Not wearing pants today, sorry.
Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. Hi, Von Karma. You fool. How could you? You got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them.
Two of them?
Miss Franziska Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch a surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When did you execute your search? All I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? Don't think she did, but okay. I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma.
It all makes sense now. Hindsight.
Sure.
I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know, I sure couldn't.
I can't believe it. Me, make a mistake. Why did I order a surprise search for your room? If only I hadn't done that.
One moment, Judgy.
I need a sip.
Ooh.
Fuck. Alright.
It seems we finally arrived at the truth. Acro,
Yes, Your Honor.
did you kill the ringmaster of the Big Berry Circus, Mr. Russell Berry?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime.
Acro.
All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her. One day my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it would be funny to get him back in the same way.
And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper.
I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this.
But I still decided to try and kill a child.
She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes believes in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it. No matter how hard I tried.
Then talk to her. Sit down and explain reality. Don't try and kill her. I can't understand people in this world. I'll just kill them. I think that's what we're at right now, and I think this is a good reason to stop, because it doesn't go well.
Yeah.
That's when you decided to do something about Regina.
How dreadful.
So are you saying that you are a victim of, in all this as well?
No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first I thought I'd kill myself, then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I think that's the only truthful thing out of the whole shit. I couldn't give up and leave yet.
We'll get you a therapist.
In jail.
Yes, very much so. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself.
Sure. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again.
I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty. However, you are now being tried for the crime of pedophilia. This court is adjourned.
Oh, Jesus.
Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this.
Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh?
They rarely are, but we're full of pig-headed people in this world. That's a good question, and one I know the answer to.
I don't know.
I don't know the answer to. Oh god. Many congrats, but only at max. At max a million of them. Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room?
We're just thinking about Acro.
No. If you worry too much, if you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy.
Huh?
Oh god! She's been like this for a while now.
I'm not doing that again.
It's all my fault.
Sweetie pie.
Ben and Echo, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina, Mr. Wright, tell me something.
What do you want to know, Regina?
Acro said something right at the end.
I just couldn't up and leave yet.
Does that mean that Acro is gonna try and get his revenge on me?
I don't think so.
He's not gonna do that to you, Regina.
Are you sure? You're really sure? I can't believe that?
Yep. Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore.
If that's true, then I want to see some evidence.
Huh?
I want to know you're not just making stuff up about Acro not wanting revenge.
This is what happens when you shelter your children.
Yeah.
Trust issues. Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again.
But Ben? That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. I never knew. But now that Acro's been caught... Uh-huh. I know! What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes. And then until he can meet Acro again.
That's so sweet of you, Regina. Nah, she shouldn't be taking on adult problems.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, she just shouldn't. She should be told what has happened and then allowed to be a child.
I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat.
Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Your fucking face. Hey,
My face?
No, him.
Oh, him, yeah.
Max. I almost went, what is it, sweetie? What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot. I'm just giggling now, damn it! Didn't we, buddy? I'm really sorry about what happened, so whatever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? That's the big question. A ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Where am I seeing recently?
I don't know.
Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I've decided that I'll take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn this circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen? Don't laugh! That's quite the goal.
Yay! I can't wait!
Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus in the world... There's only one thing the best circus in the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means this circus needs the best magician the world has to offer.
That's not what it said.
I'm not able to process words. I'm literally just...
Best one that I've ever have to offer, ever seen. It's like...
I'm not here right now, man.
Nope. We're almost done.
Max. Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you.
No, that's you.
I was confused
That's
too.
you. That's you.
Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you?
I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me.
What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think I brought you to court today?
Huh?
You've got to work together with the Very Big Circus. What? We've got to work together to make the Very Big Circus bigger than it's ever been.
Mo.
Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the Very Big Circus without Regina Berry.
Max.
Why can I not read?
I don't know.
Words are appearing. Words are appearing. It seems like everything's gonna turn out alright here.
I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen.
We'll save the most fabulous seats. You the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order a special whoopee cushion seats.
God damn it.
No!
No!
Oh.
Oh, buddy. I see. What made the case? Gumshoe?
Oh shit. Yesterday's surprise raid? Oh god. You had it all figured out, didn't you?
It was just a theory. If Acker really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was a defense attorney.
You mean Mr. Wright?
Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Acker's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office as soon as I get back.
God damn it.
I took your voice, but that's because you didn't know, so...
God damn it.
Edward's coming back.
My boy!
I saw the fucking poof, and I was like, is that like the father? But then I was like, wait.
No.
My boy!
Turnabout, farewell. What's this one? Oh, right. Okay, I remember what this one is. Alright, we're good. So next time's gonna be Turnabout, farewell.
Boop.
We did fairly well right up until the end. We were doing okay, and then all of a sudden words just started appearing or disappearing.
A lot of words start to disappear.
Yeah. I don't know what happened with that one sentence. I was like,
Words! Words!
I'm making up words because I don't know what's happening. I don't know what that is. I really want to get checked for ADHD because I just stop seeing words or I start putting things in where they're not. Like, I don't want to be one of those people who's like, oh, I think I have ADHD. Like, no, I'm not diagnosed, but I have a hunch.
You're like, I feel it in my bones at this point.
We'll see. And if not, it's possible that it's something else. Or I'm just dumb. I don't know.
You're too smart to be dumb.
That is the best! You're too smart to be dumb!
It's true!
I just know weird facts. I don't really I don't know. I don't know if that's intelligence or if that's just retaining certain information. Like
you still need to be a certain amount of intelligence to retain all that fucking information that you know. I'm sorry. I don't know that much about animals to the point you do, motherfucker. Like, goddamn.
I think that's more obsession.
Either way, thank you everyone who's been watching the stream tonight. If you enjoyed it, you can always follow us on Twitch, so you know the next time a new video pops up. Maybe Phoenix Wright or any of the other video games that I've been playing.
Video games.
I'm like backlogged to shit and back, so we'll see what I play next.
Maybe we'll try Yakuza.
Maybe Yakuza.
Kiryu returns!
Yeah. Yeah, because I got like this. I got this one. I got Yakuza 3 with you, and then I gotta finish I Know Mutanum at some point, and then Resident Evil Code Veronica.
I was gonna make a chicken fingers joke, but I almost said fish sticks out of nowhere.
Fish sticks.
I almost said fish sticks, and I was like, that's not what we said.
That's not what we said. That is not a thing that has happened on this channel.
Chicken chingers!
Oh, okay.
Chicken chingers!
For anyone anyone that's not aware, I do have a YouTube channel if you wish to see older videos I've done in the past, including previous sessions and episodes of this series. And for anyone on YouTube who'll see this later on, if you want to see the videos live, you can always pop on over to the Twitch channel. If you want to see the videos live, if not, you can always subscribe to the YouTube channel so you know next time a new video pops up. Thank you everyone who's been watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Bye, guys.
Bro.
Bye.